Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this generative AI video. Previously, we saw about generative AI and we performed the text-to-text prompting. So in this video, we are going to focus on another type of prompting, that is image-to-text prompting. So image-to-text prompting means we'll upload some image in our model and we'll ask some prompts about the image. We are going to use the Google Colab, which is the cloud-based platform. So this is the interface of Google Colab, and this is our Colab notebook with the code to do the image to text prompting. Now in the previous video we had created the API key and we have granted the API key access to our notebook. So now we need to just grant the access to our notebook. So we'll go to the secrets tab and we'll just have to click on the notebook access. So now our notebook has the access to our API key. So let's start with the code. So first we'll install the generative AI package using the pip command. So we'll run this. Then we'll import the generative AI library as Gen AI, and then we'll import the four important functions, that is user data, markdown, display and image. Now we'll run this. Now we'll set up our API key. So we just have created the Google API key variable and we are just using the get function to fetch the API key, and then again we'll use the configure function to configure our API key. So we'll run this. Now we will set up our model. So to set up our model, we are just using the generative model function and we are just passing the model name. So here again we are going to use the Gemini 1.5/002, which is the latest version. So now we'll run this. Okay, so now our model has been set up. So to do the image to text prompting, there are three steps. Upload the image to the current directory, upload the image to the Gemini API, and third, we can then start prompting. So to upload the image, we have two methods. One is by uploading the image from local system and another is to upload the image using web URL. So first we'll see how we can upload the image through our local system. So here we'll go to the files tab and this is the current directory of the Google Colab. So whatever image we will upload, it will be shown here. So now let's upload an image. So I will go to the upload option and here I have some image and we'll upload this image. So here we can see that our image has been uploaded and it has the name of airport JPG. So if you want to see what the image is, you just have to double click on it. And here we can see the departure code of airport. So we'll close this. So now we need to follow the second step, that is to upload the image to the Gemini API. So to do that, we are just going to use the upload file function, and here we have two parameters. Basically, we just have to give the path. So we are in our current directory, so we just have to give the name, that is airport JPG of the image, and display name we can give any name. We have just given here airport underscore board. Then we are going to print the display name and the sample file URL. So now, so you might be wondering what is URI. So the Gemini API uses URI to access the files. URI is basically the unique address of our uploaded file in the Gemini system. It is like a URL, but instead of pointing to a web page, it points to the images. So now we'll run this. Again, now we need to verify if the Gemini API has received the image file or not. So we'll use the get file function and we are just going to pass the name, that is the sample file dot name, and again we are just printing the display name and then sample file URL. So we'll run this and we'll check. Okay, so it has no errors. That means our image has been successfully received by the Gemini. So now our model is ready for prompting. So just let me just pass this test. Sometimes it's asked to verify. Okay, so now our model is ready and we can start our prompting. So we'll just basically ask some question like describe the image, and we have just passed the sample file using the generate content function. So we'll run this and we'll see what output it generates. So here we can see that the image has been the output has been generated, and it is showing that the images of a airport departure board with the status like departed, final call, boarding, etc. So let's ask him some another question like pass the flight number, destination, and time in the image. So we'll run this, and here we can see that it has passed the flight number, destination, and time of the flights. So here we can see the destination of Melbourne and time of 8 a.m. and then Long Beach and so on. So this is how we can upload an image through our local system, and we can ask questions about it. So now let's see the another method, that is the how we can upload an image using the URL of the image. So to do that, we are going to use a command that is curl. So basically what curl does is it extracts the image from a URL which we have selected from the web. So first we will need an image from the web. So we'll go to the Chrome's home tab, and then we'll search like suppose we'll take an example of food images. So we'll go with that and we'll click on the images. Okay, we'll select the first image. It is a cheeseburger, I guess. So here a note, guys, we have to copy the image address, not the link address. So remember, always copy the image address or it will throw an error. So we'll go back to our Gemini, Google Colab, sorry, and we just have to paste the URL which you have copied from the image. So again we need to check the extension. So here we can check the extension of the image, that is JPG. So again we have the image JPG, so it is correct. And then we just have to give any name. We can give any name. So I will just give the name as food, and we'll run the curl command. So now our image has been downloaded to our current directory. So we'll go to the files tab, and here we can see that our image has been downloaded. So we'll close this. Now let's display the image, and we'll see if the image is correct or not. So here we can see that our image has been displayed and it is the same as we have picked. So now again we need to upload the image to the Gemini API using the upload file of, function. So again the path, we are in the current directory. So again we just have to give the name of our image. So our name of the image is food JPG as we have given in the curl command. So we'll just give the name food.jpg. Again the display name we can give anything, like okay, we'll just give the burger name. And again then we'll run this and we'll see. Okay, so now our image has been uploaded, and again we need to verify if the image has been received by the Gemini API or not. So we'll run this. Okay, we can see that it has no errors, meaning the Gemini has received the image successfully. So let's start prompting and we'll ask some question like let's ask some different question like write a short blog based on this image, and we'll see what output the Gemini generates. So here we can see that the Gemini has created a blog within just few seconds, and here we can see that it has given a beautiful name like Burger Place, the ultimate comfort food, and it has written some blog regarding it. So this is how we can upload an image using the image URL from the web and just start prompting with it. So again let's see some another example like let's take an example of factorial. So we'll search for the factorial formula. We'll search for the factorial formula. So here I can't see any formula. Okay, so here we have the factorial formula. Well, again we have to just copy the image address, not the link address. So we'll copy the image address, we'll go back to our collab, and again we just need to paste the image URL in front of the curl command. So we have just pasted the image, pasted the URL. Again, check the extension, guys, carefully. It will throw an error if you have given some different extension. So we'll give just the name fact, and we'll run the curl command. Okay, the image has been downloaded. Let's check if the image has been downloaded. Okay, so here in our current directory, the factorial image has been downloaded. Again, let's just check if the image is correct or not. Okay, here we can see that it is the factorial formula, that is n factorial equals to I equals to 1 till n I. So again we need to upload the file to the Gemini API. So our path is in the current directory. So we just have to give the name as fact.jpg. That is the image name. And again the display name, we can give any display name like factorial. We'll upload this image to our Gemini API. Again, let's check if the API has received the file successfully or not. So it has no errors. That means we have just seen that the API has received the file. So let's ask Gemini to calculate factorial if n is equals to 4. And we'll see if the Gemini is able to calculate a factorial or not. Okay, so it has generated out the output, and here we can see that the Gemini is also capable of calculating the equations. It has calculated the factorial, and also it has shown how we can just and how it has done it in steps. So here we can see that the factorial of 4 is 24, and so this is how we can just use any image from the web, and just we can paste it in the curl command, and we can download it in our current directory, and just we can upload the image to our Gemini API, and we can start prompting for the image. So now, up till now, we just have seen the prompting regarding to the single image. So now we'll see how we can prompt with the multiple images. So we'll require some images, right? So let's take example of seven wonders of world. So we'll select the Taj Mahal, which is the seven wonder of world. So we'll click on this image, and we'll take this image, copy, and we'll copy the image address, and we'll go back to our Gemini. Again we'll just paste the link. Again, just to check the extension of the image. Okay, it is correct, JPG. So we'll give the name as Taj. We'll run the curl command. Okay, the so our image has been downloaded in our current directory. So here we can see the Taj. So again we'll paste the image address in the display function to just display the image. Okay, so it is correct. So again we'll upload the file to our Gemini API. So we need to check the name, that is taj.jpg. Just need to type it here, taj.jpg. Again we need to give the display name, so just give Taj Mahal, and we'll run this file, and our file has been uploaded to the Gemini API. So we'll again verify if it has received or not. So okay, so our Gemini API has received the file. Again we need another image, like let's take the image of Colosseum. So we'll take the image of Colosseum. So we'll just click on the first image, and we'll copy the image address. So here I'll click on that, and we'll go back to our Google Colab. So let's just again we need to paste the image address. Again we need to check the extension of the image, that is JPG. Again it is correct. So we'll just give the name as Colosseum, and again we'll run the curl command. And okay, so our image has been downloaded. So here we can see the image in our current directory, colosseum.jpg. Again we'll just paste the image address to check whether the image is correct or not. So again the display function is displaying the image. Again we need to just give the name of the image, that is colosseum.jpg. We can give any name. So again we'll just give the Colosseum, and we'll run this file, run this code, and it has been uploaded. And again we need to verify just the image. So the image has been retrieved by the Gemini API. So let's ask him a question like, describe both the images and state what is common between them. So we'll see what output it generates. So we'll run this. So here we can see it is giving the description of both the images. The first, the images of Taj Mahal in Agra, India, and its large marble and incredibly symmetrical architecture. Then again, it is giving the image of Colosseum in Rome, Italy. So it is giving the description, and again, it is showing what is common between them, like both are grand scale, monumental architecture, etc., etc. So here we can see that we are just not restricted towards just prompting towards a single image. We can do multiple image prompting also, like as I have shown here today. So this is all about the image to text prompting. We have seen how we can upload the image using our local system. Again, we have seen another way, like from we can take any image address from the web, and we can use the curl command to download it in our current directory, and we can then start prompting regarding it. So this is all about the image to text prompting. So I hope you like this video, and thanks for watching.